what is the pattern of conduct as I am reviewing it, as I documented it, let's see, today. And I did capture that documentation this morning at 9:45 a.m. The video starts at 9:45. The entity is monitoring in real time.
Criminal summon. This is indeed P.O.C. The entity just got through knocking on my door, front door, that's P.O.C. This is the entity that engaged in kidnapping on September 25th, 2025. This is the demon under the fake sun bearing an Ontario Police Department badge. This is the agency that conspired
They're repeating the same thing that they know is on the internet already.
At the same time with Tracy Banks, Jason Isaac Fields, engaging in what is theft of property.
So I want you to see the fake sun where license 1644200 is monitoring in the same environment where the fake sun was at this morning. This is the fake sun at 9:45 a.m. I'm standing on the same staircase. This is called stalking in the path, and this is what this third party, this venue, was doing in 2021, where I'm at the east end of the property and the fake sun was raining over me and they were monitoring my vagina. The entity is not an individual. He's not going to federal prison as an individual. They're going to federal prison for gang stalking as an entity. It's currently, when you're looking at this fake sun, in the same position. This is where I was standing this morning at the staircase where license 1644200 was gang stalking with these gang stalkers that are monitoring as employees at the venue, and calling back a demon that previously worked here to engage in stalking in the path because he knows that he's already been documented. This is the entity that is under the fake sun. It's an entity, not an individual. This is the entity that committed attempted murder while they are engaging in the pattern of conduct. And this is the supernatural. This is the staircase where I was at, where license 1644200 is monitoring while impossible light activity. That's called crossing a path by a minor child, contributing to the contributing to the delinquency of minors, while the entity is monitoring my vagina inside of this hotel room. Crossing path. This demon is crossing path on video earlier today, and this is where the Ontario Police Department, those demons, a pack of them walking in this parking lot where the fake sun was over at 10 o'clock. These are where the demons are crossing path, and that's creating earthquake activity, sensational activity while they're monitoring my vagina. This is the environment where they're doing it, knowing what I'm doing, knowing my panties are down, knowing who I am, knowing my physical movements, and also knowing that I'm documenting. That's criminal conduct that they're engaging with impunity. The Ontario Police is being disbanded. That's on the opposite side, stalking. And this is the hardcore evidence of Alan D. Wapner, Mike Lorenz, Michael Gherkin, and the entity that is gang stalking as a corrupt airport, as a corrupt fire department, as a corrupt police department. And this is also the entity that committed kidnapping. All right. The entity is engaging in what is demonic pacing. These are the demon possessed. You're not looking at them levitating. You're not looking at forked tongues. You're not looking at anything normal either. They're stalking in the path, and they're stalking as an entity where the fake sun is in the same position that it was this morning where I walked out at 9:45 a.m. This is where the entity is engaging in domestic terrorism. All 45 rooms are sharing what's relevant to the federal RICO case. And this is what the entity is doing with regard to state surveillance at Woodside Senior Apartments, at Starbucks at 507 North Euclid Avenue, where the entity committed kidnapping. The entity also committed kidnapping here, and that's why gang stalking immigrants are not only subject to prison, but they're also subject to what is deportation. This is where the Ontario Police Department, that the entity that committed attempted murder, they commit attempted murder as an entity, okay? Tracy Banks and Jason Isaac Fields are gang stalking, and they are committing murder as an entity that knows who you are, and they're demonstrating mental illness while they're stalking in the path. And then this is a demon that knows the status of your genitalia while you are being gang stalked inside of a private space. And this is the spirit of Satan operating over people. This is the gas station where Alan D. Wapner, gang stalked by commercial planes, is doing so while the fake sun is in the same position. It was just on this side of my person. At 10 o'clock in the morning, targeting while you're documenting gang stalking by police officers who are doing so in furtherance of murder and kidnapping, okay? It is currently, like I stated, 5:07 p.m. This is the same circumstance that was what I observed when I'm walking out and the fake sun is over the same building, the same end of the building. That's the pattern of conduct, and you're witnessing mental illness while the pattern of conduct is occurring in your face. And now the entity that's a poor actor is just gang stalking in plain sight. That's going to have them placed in straitjackets and padded rooms. It's going to have them prosecuted as businesses. It's going to have them prosecuted as public officials. It's going to have them prosecuted as police departments, as sheriff's departments, as courts that are engaging in kidnapping with the intent to obstruct justice, and then relying on murder as the means to get away with it and theft of the intellectual property. There's no airport where you're arriving or departing. This is the P.O.C. That's amplified audible activity. combined with crossing path. This is what Alan D. Wapner does when he's hovering over the roof and it's sounding inside. The elements are what you're looking at. And these are the same gang stalking demons. Engineer lights on the ceiling right there where they're monitoring. Those are the psychopaths engaging in the P.O.C. when they're monitoring on your device. All right? It is currently, like I stated, 5:08 p.m. This is the documentation of the egregious sex offense of a community, a city, a county, a state that's engaging in what is the egregious sex offense of bathroom monitoring. Okay? This is P.O.C. You're also witnessing what is exposed, closeted mental illness, which is a threat to national security. This is P.O.C. It is currently 5:09 p.m. at 2301 South Euclid Avenue. The maintenance of the fake sun is relevant to the criminal conduct, the criminal surveillance that FedEx is engaging in and facilitating. That's relevant to the federal RICO case against every business in California that's engaged in state surveillance. Okay, FedEx is a sex offender, and so on and so forth with regard to the prosecution of all of the people of the state. P.O.C.